Have you seen the movie The Greatest Showman? I've seen this movie a few times. I'm going to admit, I cried my eyes out pretty much every time watching this movie. First time I was watching it was on my way back from Europe, flying through Chicago, and I was watching it on a small plane. Plane's dark at night, and watching it on my little TV, crying my eyes out, hoping no one notices. Plane's dark, so I had in the best spot to listen to this. But man, this movie just resonated with a deep, deep chord with me. And really, it hit me because it hit me of who I also was wanting to become. Now, I first heard and watched this movie probably about 3 years ago. So it's been some time since I watched it, but I want to bring this lesson to you because as a dad, doing big things, trying to build a career, trying to provide for your family, there's a lot of resonance in The Greatest Showman that I don't think a lot of people pause to really see in its beauty. What it reminded me of is what is possible for my own life, what I'm not living up to, and a future that I can only see when I close my eyes. There is a dad out there that so many times we get hung up on all this stuff externally, but when we close our eyes, we still see someone else that we're not truly being. And that's what this movie really showed me, is that when he closed his eyes, he saw this world that had not yet been created. In this movie, he shares a story of heartache, tragedy, but to me, it shares a story of a man who saw more for his life from a very early age and dared to dream bigger than anyone else. It's a story of believing something when no one else does. It's a story about finding a small group of people who believe with you against all odds and making them believers. It's a story about not giving up, that we cannot do it alone. It's a story about putting family first and the true cost of when we don't. It's a story of redemption, and that it is never too late to change directions. That despite our current success, we have to recognize it might not be the way to continue. That a small pivot of a location can make all the difference. It can be that little extra and make the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. It's a hero's journey, but not in the traditional sense. It's a hero's journey because he learns to step into being the hero of his own story. So much of what holds us back is not learning how to be the hero of our own story. Other people can inspire you. Maybe even in this podcast, other people can motivate you. Other people can wake you up in your life. But only when you realize to be the hero of your own story do you truly learn to move forward with either what happened in your past, the life you're living right now, or the life that waits you in the future. I want you to be the greatest showman to your life that awaits us each and every day we wake up. Find your hero song, play it often. Find those anchor points in your life that keep you grounded and moving towards the future that you've always wanted in your life. This is your invitation to be the dad that you've been waiting to be that orchestra that conducts his greatest symphony, which becomes his family. With that, hope this message helps. I'll be back again with you tomorrow.